Purdia Capital. This I have not heard a lot about online, so I'm super excited to be able to bring you guys this and break this down. Something I find very intriguing about this is that they're opening a pro physical and remote trading desk that if you decide to partner with them, you could potentially have access to. One other thing I want to point out here is they're giving you daily instant payouts. So this is going to give the daily instant payout, prop firm space a run for its money. I really like this idea of how they have structured this. So the instant payouts, automatic approval, no waiting, no manual reviews. There's no consistency rule. Pro trading. So top performing traders can qualify to trade professionally at our physical desk. Super awesome. So when we think about what their offerings are, they have two different 100K models and then a 50K. The difference being that the end of day is going to be a little bit more expensive. But if you don't mind trailing intraday, then you're saving some money. You guys can also use my code 111trading at checkout to save a little bit more money. It's always going to give you the best deal available. So make sure you guys are using that. I will put it down in the description as well with a link so you guys can check that out. So when we think about these 100K accounts, you have to decide what works better for you. Does trailing intraday bother you, or does your trading plan, it doesn't really matter, right? Or would you rather have end of day? The thing with end of day on both the 50K and the 100K is you're going to have a daily loss limit. If you do not have an issue with having a daily loss limit either, these are just two things you will have to decide for yourself if that works for you. Daily loss limits are not a rule break. It is a soft breach, meaning that if you were to hit the $2,000 daily loss limit, you would have to come back the next day and trade again. So not terrible, but whatever your trading style, whatever works for you. There is a minimum of 5 trading days required with trading with them, which I don't think is bad at all. There's nothing wrong with that. And then how do you get your payouts, right? So after passing your evaluation, you'll receive your simulated funded account. You have to trade your simulated funded account for 10 days, reach a profit target on a 50K account of $2,000, and at least 5 of those days have to have $200 in profit or more. Once you meet those conditions, you can start taking your daily payouts. There's no cap, there's no nothing, and you're free to withdraw your money. I absolutely love that idea. As far as the 100K goes, this is probably the one I would go with. And, it's just going to be a little bit higher. So you're going to have to trade those minimum 5 days to pass with a profit target of $6,000. And then you trade for 10 days. You are looking to reach a profit target of $3,000. Once you've reached that, you can withdraw freely. Within those 10 days, though, keep in mind, again, you have to have 5 days of profit of $200 or more. And then you can have your daily payouts. I really love this idea. They also have instant funding. So they have a 25, 50K, or 100K. It's going to be very similar to the evaluation fee with the idea that you do have to trade 10 days. So there are a minimum of 10 days, and 5 of those days need to be profitable with a minimum of $200 for the 50K, $125 for a 25K, and then $200 for a 100K. So again, you can use code 111 trading at checkout. I love the idea of the instant funding too. There's nothing wrong with that. It just depends on what you want to do as far as the parameters go. When we're looking at the evaluations up here, we know that if we are in this, let's just use the 100K, we're looking to make at least $3,000 before we can take anything out. We can see that that's pretty much the same thing, and there are no conditions after, and you're able to do the same thing, right? If you were to get in at low entry cost, remember you have access to 2 minis or 20 micros. Your drawdown, though, is end of day at 750, and then you have to have those minimum trading days and reach $1,000 for your first payout, and then no conditions after that. So depending on your trading style and where you see yourself, both of these I think are great options. I don't see either one being better or worse than the other in all actuality. So it really just depends on where you kind of are sitting with your trading, but I think this is a great place to start. Very simple, very straight to the point. The payouts seem great. As far as the rules, we can go over and we can look at the evaluation rules. One thing about the accounts, let's scroll back up here. These do have a $130 activation fee. So they're very similar in cost, I would say, to the evaluation, to the instant funding. So each one's going to have a $130 activation fee. Very straightforward. You guys can pause this to read if you need to stop and read this, but pretty straightforward in my opinion. I would definitely give them a try if you're looking for a new prop firm that is going to give you instant payouts, and the idea of taking those payouts, day one, right? After you've, of course, gotten your 10 days in. So after you get 10 days in, is it worth it to you to be able to access with no other parameters, no other anything setting you, no, consistency rule, nothing? After 10 days, would it be worth it for you as a trader to have access to all of your money? If the answer is yes, the link will be down in the description. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments. Make sure you like this video and subscribe so I am able to continue to make videos like this for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.